Hello and welcome to Funny Friday. Now, this week, with all of the talk about returning to the office, I thought I'd give ChatGPT the chance to tell us a little story about how it is now using AI compared to how it was 30 years ago trying to get people back into the office. But I'm also going to be doing a little thing to show the power of prompts. So I've got two prompts for you today. The first prompt is to write a funny narrative comparing how HR communicated policies, like returning to the office after several years working from home 30 years ago, and how it's done today. So let's see what it comes back with. So 30 years ago, the era of bulletin boards and water coolers. Picture it, it's 1995. The office buzzed with the cackling of keyboards and the hum of dial-up internet. HR's big announcement, returning to the office after a work from home stint, was pinned to the communal bulletin board next to an outdated health and safety poster. And there was the memo. It read, effective Monday, all employees must return to the office. Attendance is mandatory. Don't forget to wear professional attire. Simple? Yeah. Clear? Supposedly. But clarity was in the eye of the beholder. Employees read the notice with various interpretations. Bob in accounting thought professional attire meant infamous Hawaiian shirt with a tie. Yes, I must admit I did have a Hawaiian shirt. Susan from HR spent half a day explaining to Jerry that mandatory didn't mean optional if you're feeling up to it. And Linda in marketing mistook the memo for last week's lunch memo and showed up with Tupperware. Now, all these misunderstandings. So what about all of the people working from home that didn't see the memo that was pinned to the bulletin board in the office? Anyway, let's see what today's AI assistants do. HR has AI assistants crafting all sorts of things, and employees receive a cheerful ping from the company's AI assistant, HR Bot 3000. Oh, blimey. I'm sure there's a busted song in there somewhere. Hey there, awesome team. It's time to reunite in the office starting next Monday. Bring your fabulous selves and get ready to crush it together at IRL. Don't forget, dress code is smart casual. Need help? Just ask me anything. And yet the results are creative. Greg in sales asks what smart casual is. The AI bot responds with a Pinterest board featuring tuxedo onesies and sequined yoga pants. Probably not quite right. Greg then orders both on express delivery, whilst Chloe in legal requests clarification on IRL and is advised by the bot to bring her birth certificate for identity verification. Tim in IT decides that HR must be planning a surprise office party. He tells everyone to expect karaoke. And Marcy from admin asks to adjust her schedule. And the bot accidentally approves her request to work from the Maldives, leaving HR scrambling when she emails a selfie on a beach captioned, living my best WFH life. The HR fallout. Well, in both eras, HR spent days untangling the chaos. 1995 relied heavily on stern hallway conversations and a fresh memo each and every time, whereas in 2025 HR hosts live Zooms, only to discover that half of the attendees had deep faked their faces using the AI assistant's advanced features. And I guess the moral here is, whether it's bulletin boards or bots, HR communications will always be an adventure, because no matter how advanced technology gets, misunderstandings always occur, and sometimes they're even quite funny. So now let's have a look at asking the same question but in a slightly different way. So this time we're asking it to write a satirical, absurdist's dual timeline narrative comparing how HR communicated its policies. We're saying include a comically out-of-touch CEO and an AI assistant with a malfunctioning empathy model. We're going to showcase the evolution from passive to aggressive email language. And we're telling it to feature a scene where employees attempt to fool the AI into thinking they're in the office when they're clearly at the beach. So the Great Return to Office memo. 1995, the age of memos and mystery meat. This sounds a bit promising. It's a Tuesday morning in 1995 when the CEO of Consolidated Synergy Solutions sent out a company-wide memo titled The Future of Collaboration Back in the Saddle, and it was also pinned to the bulletin board next to the schedule for Mystery Meat Mondays. That makes sense now. Team, as we realign our synergies and recalibrate operational excellence, all employees will return to the office on Monday. Attendance is not just expected, it's essential for maximising ideation and thought leadership. Let's put the team back in teamwork. Naturally, employees had questions, but true to 1995 corporate culture, the memo had no follow-up. HR became an impromptu, frequently asked questions station, fielding questions like, does this mean I have to cancel my bowling league? Is Casual Friday still a thing? Can I expense gas for my Geo Metro? And to top it all off, we all know that the CEO didn't even speak to HR before the memo went out. But he held a company-wide meeting. What happened? Linda from marketing brought her pet parrot to the office. Carl staged a protest by wearing pyjamas every day, and HR implemented a passive-aggressive email strategy with subject lines like gentle reminder, be a team player. So let's have a look at what happened in 2025. So CSS, now rebranded Synergy Corp, trademark. I hope there isn't a Synergy Corp causing problems, leading to cutting-edge tech for their return to work 2.0. This time the announcement came from HRBot 3000. Now, HRBot 3000 is a very popular bot name. The company's AI assistant was programmed with overtly cheerful tones, but it had a slightly malfunctioning empathy model. The message, which pinned to everyone's smartwatch at precisely 7:02 a.m. read, "Hi, synergistic superstars. Let's spark joy and ignite collaboration by reuniting IRL. Starting next week, all employees are required to return to the office 3 days a week. Don't forget to bring your A game and your badge. Need help? Ask me anything." Predictably, chaos ensued. Zoe from finance asked if her dog could join her. The bot replied, "Sure thing. Dogs can maximise ROI. Dave from sales requested clarification on what IRL meant. He received a hyperlink to a philosophical essay entitled The Nature of Reality in a Virtual Age. And Pam in HR quietly Googled how to reprogram empathy modules after HRBot 3000 rejected an employee's request for a remote work exemption. With no worries, Pam. Everyone loves a good commute. Now, the employees struck back. They were determined to prove they could work just as well remotely, with several employees trying to outsmart that bot. Greg in legal photoshopped himself into stock images of offices. He sent screenshots to the bot as proof he was in the building. The bot replied, "Love your initiative, Greg. Your synergy is off the charts." Mia in marketing dialed into meetings from a beach cabana, strategically positioning a potted plant behind her laptop to mimic an office environment. The HR bot detected foliage and flagged her as compliant. Steve in IT hacked the thermostat system to trigger the occupied sensors, despite being on a hiking trail with his laptop. But things then spiraled because the bot was overwhelmed by inconsistencies, and it issued a company-wide alert. Warning, employees exhibiting low synergy levels, initiating mandatory trust fall workshops. So the CEO, now a caricature of corporate obliviousness, called a town hall to address the crisis. And he said that teamwork is like a ship and I'm the captain. If you're not rowing, you're dead weight. And it got then even worse when the bot chimed in, "Captain, my captain, let's row toward exponential growth," before glitching and spamming emojis. Employees staged a mutiny. Linda brought back her parrot. Dave organised a protest karaoke session featuring hits like "Take This Job" and "Shove It." The lesson: 30 years later, the methods might have changed, but misunderstandings persist. So whether it's cryptic memos or overtly cheerful bots, HR's attempts to wrangle employees into a singular vision of productivity are doomed to comedic disaster. Because no matter the era, the corporate motto remains: we're all in this together unless it involves us being realistic. Well, I hope you've found this a little bit funny. I know I have along the way.